Sadhguru. I mean, what a pleasure it was to do this reading. I mean, it was so easy, so clear. I could have stayed in his field forever. And the reading just was so easy. And so many synchronicities came in, confirming, confirming, confirming. So I am just very pleased to offer this little reading to you about Sadhguru. And, and thank goodness it was so easy. And I'm so glad to have done this reading today because I currently have like a massive migraine and it was still easy and clear. And so if I do seem a little bit off, it's because of the headache, but I wanted to get this reading out to you. So where do I begin? Um, yeah, Sadhguru. I want to, let's see. So I'll just start with I check in with just a general feel and I use my senses. And it's just so funny how all the little things connected and I didn't even know. It was just beautiful. Okay, so I did a little smell test and what I got was parsley. I was like, parsley? I don't what is that? And then I heard laughing. It's very enjoyable reading. And the taste was chocolate, which is, you can tell already I'm having fun. And then when I went to go touch him, it was just like, oh, what a lovely, warm embrace, very inviting. And the theme of this reading or hymn is laughter. Yeah, it's very interesting. But also, when I was checking in with his field, I kind of do like they do in remote viewing. You get a feeling and what does your hand do or what does your body do? And immediately I got this like violent shaking. And you would think, oh, is this something negative? And no, it was not, because after the shaking, and it was like, oh, this was a very powerful Shakti energy coming from his highly activated solar plexus. Okay. So far, so good. All the senses seem to be saying good things. Parsley will come in later. It will make sense. And so looking at, he uses the word SAD, guru, which means enlightened guru, of course, but it can also be spelled with a T, Sat Guru. And it is so appropriate that he uses the letter D because it changes not the meaning at all. Enlightened guru, absolutely. He is very much, he calibrates at 800, which is anything between 7 and 1,000 is enlightened guru, just different variations. We probably don't see anybody at 900 or 1,000 on this planet. Where was I going? Yeah. So the difference between SAD guru, and Sat guru is with the SAT guru, this would be somebody who would be their essence would be more like Ramana Maharshi, somebody who's teaching non-duality, self-inquiry, real kind of transcendental, that kind of quote unquote true spiritual awakening, those deep, deep, deep transcendental people. Where Sadhguru, when I look at the numbers of his, it's so perfect. It is about let's see, he's got the six. So Sadhguru is he is teaching, he is the connector to spirit. This is what his numbers say, connector to spirit. He is the point of connection to spirit. He attracts a lot of people in a very magnetic, charismatic kind of way. And he is what he projects, and what he is through this SAD, Sadhguru, is a grounded form of enlightenment that is very human. So shows the very human, playful example, and helping people use their common sense and logic Okay. So he's very, very grounded aspect. The Sadhguru is a very grounded, how to, we're here to learn to connect to spirit and trust our inner truth. This is what he's teaching. Okay. So let me move on. Yeah, very activated. Solar plexus, fun. Now I have not watched any videos. I mean, they've come across, and maybe I'll listen to a few seconds. Um, I never thought much more about it. So if I'm completely wrong, please let me know. But are his teachings trustworthy? Yes. Do they teach true spiritual awakening? No, not that he can't, but that he doesn't, because, and I said, oh, are his teachings for the masses? Yes. And they are for the people, and all those numbers and everything that I got all match this, that he's taking the people that are just now kind of like waking up, getting on the righteous path and beginning their purification process. He's introducing them. He's the link to spirit and teaching them how to trust their inner truth, have common sense, use, just get really grounded information. So he's not teaching the Ramana Maharshi Advaita non-duality, that kind. No, he's very grounded, and he is here for the masses. Okay. So he has to have that highly charismatic, magnetic energy to lots of people. And I don't know what any criticisms are or would be of him. Maybe that I don't know, he probably has an empire, very maybe materialistic oriented, but I think that's necessary if you're here to help direct the masses. Then obviously you have to have, and he's so highly magnetic. These people attract people, and of course your organization is going to be very big. It has to, you have to have money, and you have to have production and all this sort of stuff to engage the masses. So I don't personally find anything wrong with that. Okay. Let me see here. What I got, the hexagram that I got, what does he offer the world? What is his essence? And I got hexagram 30, which is so beautiful, which is called the clinging fire. And it is absolutely about, and it's connected, those of you who know what I'm talking about, it's connected to the codon ring in Gene Keys of purification, and my connection to Hebrew number 18, which is all about people just starting on the path, and they are needing some common sense. They're beginning their purification process, and so they've activated the clinging fire. It's the the way of going to your inner truth and dismantling all these other beliefs that you have that are incorrect. Okay, what else? Yes, he's helping people connect to their inner truths. And what I got, and to activate people to having more, quote unquote, desire for spirituality, for their own inner knowing, rather than desire for the outer world things. And I got line 4, which was indicating that the criticisms that he might have are coming from people who are hearing his teachings, but they're hearing and receiving half truths. And then they don't go inwards to ask questions. They're not using common sense or investigating any further, so that they have developed a misunderstanding. And then they say the sage's words are untrue. It's not the teacher, it's the student who is hearing mistruths and not checking with their, following their inner truth. Okay, what else? Helps bring people to common sense. Yes, he is at 800, and yeah, in the Gene Keys version of the hexagrams, this 30 is linked to clarity and the Siddhic frequency of rapture, which Richard talks about. This is about, bringing laughter to these very serious situations and having fun with it, learning through experience, but that he does have a very rapturous kind of energy. And, when teachers can exude this kind of ecstatic state, some people are very don't trust them very much. They think they're a little crazy. But from what I got, Sadhguru is the real thing, and I think he's to be trusted. I mean, I think I did get that he can be very stern sometimes, maybe in his responses or teachings. That's normal. That he's trying to show an enlightened human being. Yeah. So, okay. That was a very joyful reading. And yeah, if people out there are in disagreement, I would love to hear, because I didn't look up any rumors or anything like that. I didn't go on Reddit and say, okay. um, but I just felt a very strong connection, very powerful, in a very grounded way, fun. Oh, and how to, here's how all the synchronicities. Getting parsley, I didn't realize parsley is a palate clarifier. I mean, come on. So the reading was just like working like clockwork. Everything fit. And so I was very happy to do this reading. Okay, until next time.